What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Louie Talks Leafs. I'm Louie, and today we're talking about the Leafs' big 3-1 win over the Seattle Kraken on February 6th, 2025. It was another solid win for the boys, and there's a lot to unpack, so let's dive in. Now, heading into this game, the Leafs were looking to build on a strong win against Calgary, and Seattle, on the other hand, was really trying to stay alive in their race for the playoffs. You could tell both teams had a lot to play for tonight. Now, let's get into the starting lineups for your Toronto Maple Leafs. On the first line, we have Matthew Knies, Austin Matthews, and Max Domi. On the second line, we have William Nylander, John Tavares, and Mitch Marner. On the third line, we have Bobby McMahon, Pontus Holmberg, and Nicholas Robertson. And on the fourth line, we have Max Pacioretty, David Kampf, and Steven Lorentz. On the first D pair, we have Jake McCabe and Chris Tanev. On the second D pair, we have Morgan Riley and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. And on the third D pair, we have Simon Benoit and Philippe Myers. In goal tonight, Anthony Stolarz is back in action after recovering from his knee injury. Let's take a look at what he had to say after the game.
Yeah, it was exciting. Obviously missing that much time, you want to come out and have a positive result and get the 2 points. But, the guys did a great job tonight, helping me ease back into it and let me see a lot of the pucks and, just have to make the save.
Right off the bat, the Leafs come out looking to set the tone, and it doesn't take long for them to get on the board. At 7:23 of the first period, Philippe Myers scores his first goal as a Leaf. It's a bit of a fortunate bounce, but Myers gets it to the net and the puck ends up finding its way in. Big moment for him, especially after a long stretch without a goal. Now let's take a look at what he thought about that shot.
First goal as a Leaf, first goal in 800 and some games?
Yeah.
Or days, right?
Yeah, obviously felt really good to see that one go in. For me, I was just trying to get the puck on net and got a fortunate bounce there, and I'll take it.
And then just before the period ends, Bobby McMahon makes it a 2-0 game with a power play goal. McMahon's been having such a hot stretch, and he's doing exactly what you want from a guy in front of the net in your bottom six, getting to those areas and making sure to finish. It's 2-0, and the Leafs are in control. Let's take a look at what Bobby McMahon had to say about his goal in the first period.
It's fun hockey. Everybody wants to score goals, and I think more than anything, I just want to contribute and keep this team rolling with wins.
The second period had a little bit of everything, including some tough physical play. Simon Benoit and Oliver Bjorkstrand had a scrap near the bench, and both ended up in the penalty box. Let's take a look at that fight.
Gets into a bit of a pushing session on, well, never mind, now it's a fight. Benoit in a fight, throwing a punch, and he's got Bjorkstrand kind of in trouble here. Bjorkstrand gets back up on his feet, trying to throw. They've got a pretty good grab on each other's sweaters here. No one ever to get a hand free. Bjorkstrand threw an overhand right, and I think they've just decided that the tugging war is enough.
Boy, Benoit's cut, though. Blood all over the jersey. Looks like he's bleeding from his nose. I don't know if Bjorkstrand caught him with a punch. Oh, you know what? That might have been an elbow.
Oh, and a good cross check, too. And Benoit then dropped the gloves, and that's when it started. That started with an elbow to Benoit that drew blood and bloodied his nose, and that's why the fight started, and it was right in front of the Seattle bench.
At 12:37, Matthew Knies extended the lead to 3-0. Knies tipped Jake McCabe's shot from the blue line, and after review, the goal stood. Knies has been awesome this season, and he's exactly where he needs to be to get those gritty goals. He was in the right place at the right time. It was a bit of a nail-biter with the high-stick review, but in the end, the call was upheld, and the Leafs were up by 3. Let's see what Craig Berube has to say about the video review.
What were you thinking during the Knies review? He didn't seem confident, perhaps.
Our video guy wired it down, said it's going to be a good goal. They called a good goal on the ice, so a lot of times it's hard to overturn that. I think it's close. It's very close. But when, they call it on the ice, it takes a lot to overturn it.
Now moving into the third period, credit to Seattle. They weren't going down quietly at all. In the third, they got on the board at 5:43 thanks to a sharp shot from Eeli Tolvanen. The goal came with a little bit of screen help from Simon Benoit, and Tolvanen beat Stolarz over his shoulder to cut the lead to 3-1. It's a good shot from Tolvanen, and Seattle's not out of it yet, but the Leafs don't let up. They stay calm, they keep working, and they kill off any chance Seattle has to get back into it.
They had real good looks. we missed some, open nets and things, but they were good. I thought, a lot of special teams tonight, but guys dug in. Third period is a battle. They came hard. They're a good third period team, but we hung in there, did a good job.
But even though the Kraken got one, the Leafs didn't let up. They had to fight off some late pressure as Seattle pulled their goalie and sent in an extra attacker. The Kraken had some decent chances, but Stolarz and the defense stood tall. And of course, there was a near miss from Nylander at the end of the game, who had a shot at an empty netter as the final seconds ticked down. The puck went in, but the buzzer had already sounded, so the goal was waved off. And that's how it ended, a 3-1 win for Toronto. It's been a solid road trip for them so far, and this win pushed them to 33-19-2. It wasn't a perfect game, but the team effort was important, and that's what you need on the road. Looking ahead, the Leafs will travel to Vancouver for their final game before the Four Nations face-off. With stars like Austin Matthews, William Nylander, and Mitch Marner, who hit a huge milestone in this game with his 500th career assists, the Leafs have all the pieces to continue rolling past that. That wraps up the recap. What did you think of the game? Do you think the Leafs can keep the momentum going through the rest of the road trip? Drop your thoughts and comments down below. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content. I'll see you next time. I'm Louie, and this is Louie Talks Leafs. Go Leafs, go, baby.